Hi, this is Mr. Weston. Today we're doing a Khan Academy tutorial on parts of algebraic expressions. Let's go ahead and get started. So it says consider this expression, and we have 1/2 x squared plus x plus 7. Complete two descriptions of the parts of the expression. There's a lot going on here, so I just want to bring your attention to a few things. One, we have something called terms. So if we put a kind of vertical line in between the minus and plus signs, we can see that it's separated into three distinct parts here, and those are called terms. So that's the first thing that we see. The second thing that we're going to have with algebraic expressions are these, and those are called variables. So variables are the letters, the parts of an expression that are unknown quantities that are represented by those letters. You'll notice here that this one has a squared right there, so that makes it distinct from the x. Exponents make it a distinct variable all in its own sense. There's a couple other things. So one here, we have this blue. That is called a coefficient. So coefficients are the numbers multiplied by variables. So anytime you see a number, it doesn't matter what number it is, like in this case it's a fraction, multiplied by a variable, it's called a coefficient. And the last thing is called a constant. So a constant is just a number by itself. Now, it cannot have a letter next to it, and any letter or variable by itself does not count as a constant. It has to be a number. So those are like the quick rundown of all the different parts of an algebraic expression. So let's talk about what it's asking here for specifically. So it's asking about the expression. Is it a sum with three factors or three terms? And it's three terms. When we're talking about factors, for example, if we had the expression 2c, 2c is 2 times c, and you'll notice that we're going to use that for multiplication from now on, because it'd be confusing if that was 2 times c. Is that a variable or is that multiplication? So x is no longer used as multiplication, but my point is if we have 2c, which means 2 times c, 2 and c would be factors. So the only multiplication that we have here is 1/2 times x squared, but it's not talking about that. It's talking about the sum, and we're talking about a sum with those different separation of the terms. We're talking about three terms being added together. You might be tempted to say four terms because you have that 1/2 in the x squared, but they count as one term. Terms are separated by addition and subtraction. Then it's talking about the coefficients. We already talked about the coefficients, but we did not talk about the coefficient here in front of x. So if we have minus x, it looks like there's no coefficient, no number there, but really there's a 1 in there. Okay, 1 times x is the same thing as 1x, and 1x is the same thing as just x. So really there's an implied 1 always in front of a letter by itself. So if the letter was just like 2y plus z, there's really a 1 in front of that z. Okay, so let's talk about which ones it is. We have 1/2 times the x squared, and we also have 1. So that is going to be our answer for that one. So really tricky. That's probably the hardest part to understand. Okay, so we got this expression here, 3x squared plus x plus 5. The first person said the entire expression is the sum of four terms, and then Lynn said the coefficients are 3 and 0. So both these people are incorrect, and let's talk about why. So first off, if we draw vertical lines in between the plus signs, which terms are separated by plus or minus, we said there's only 1, 2, 3 terms. So that's incorrect. The second person says the coefficients are 3 and 0. So 3 is correct. There's a 3 times that x squared. But remember what I said, that there's an implied 1 in front of that x, not a 0. If it was 0 times x, it would just be 0 and there'd be no variable. So that is incorrect. So neither student is correct in this case. All right, next question, number 3. Consider the expression 4 times the quantity 8x plus 5. We got parentheses now. So the entire expression is a product of, so a couple things going on. This is going to be a little tricky. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to answer this, but we have the entire expression is a product of, and it looks like we have, let's see what it's asking. Okay, so I think it's going to be saying that the entire expression is a product of two factors. This is tricky because if we have that parentheses there, it's really times multiply, and we're just going to call this all one term, this parenthesis all one term. So it doesn't really matter what's inside of it. We have the two terms being multiplied are this one right here, which has got all its stuff on the inside, and this one right here. So we have 1 and two, not terms, sorry, I meant factors, 2 factors. You'll see that this is just all one term here because there's no addition or subtraction between the parentheses. Now, if you did distributive property, that's a different case, but let's go ahead and move on to number 2. So we got 2 factors there, and on its own, 8x plus 5 is a sum with 2 terms. Okay, so on its own, so this little term right here, it's 2 terms because, again, you can put the line here and we have 1, 2 terms right there in that expression. So it's kind of confusing that this whole thing is 1 term because of that parentheses, but if you were to like separate it out, it's 2 terms. Again, I think the best way, cons being a little confusing here, I think the best way to think about it is if you use distributive property, but we're going to go ahead and answer it the way they want us to, and that's the way they want us to answer it. Okay, so we have our last question here, and the first person says the entire expression is the sum of 5 terms, and then the second person says the entire expression is the product of 4 factors. All right, let's break it down. So I'm not sure how complex they're going to get here, again, because when you get to upper level mathematics, there's some things going on here, but let's just break down what it's saying. The sum of 5 terms. I'm going to disagree here. So we have this expression here, and it's really just the multiplication of 2 separate parts, right? We have the 5p plus 3, and we have the p plus 1, and it's just the multiplication of that. So if you're not going to multiply it out, it's really just one term that's got 2 factors, the yellow and the green part, being multiplied together. And I know that's kind of confusing. It's like, well, they're right next to each other. Anytime you have parentheses next to each other, it means multiplication. So I'm going to disagree with the first guy here, that there's not a sum of 5 terms. The second person says the entire expression is the product of 4 factors. Again, I'm going to disagree here. I just said that there's 1 factor here that's in yellow, and then 1 factor here that's in green. So it really should be just 2 factors. So I don't think either student is correct here. And we're all set. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it challenged you a little bit. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment below, and look forward to seeing you next time right here on West Explains Best.